Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Libra reading. The new moon on the 14th, a Saturday in the early morning on the west coast of the U.S. is being coupled with a solar eclipse, which simply means that its energy, its impact shift is occurring over the surrounding weeks on either side. Additionally, its impact can last as long as 6 months. So I'm going to develop an extended reading from this, and the link to that will be in the description below. I will pull a new spread, and I usually utilize the oracle cards that I pull for this particular reading. I pulled past, present, and future lines with the Crow Tarot. I'll finish up with, I will clarify with another tarot deck and finish up with an oracle card. So, thank you for being here. I'm welcoming you again. And if you enjoy this reading, please share this video with someone who you think may enjoy it. Comment below. I enjoy the comments immensely. And subscribe to my channel. So Sagittarius, let's get going with your overall energy. We have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is a card that indicates a tremendous amount of shedding of responsibilities, shedding of the expectations of others. And I would even say this transition as a 10 from one state to another is moving you away from a concern with your perception in the world. As you have understood that you have been expected to be a certain way, do certain things that have not always supported your whole self, those things that were important or significant to you, you've often been hyper aware of the way others see you, and that has been a real obstacle to your wanting to step out, to wanting to do new things at times. And at this particular time, for some reason, this has been a concern of yours. It may be barely conscious, but you are holding a lot of that as you attempt to move forward. Clearly, this crow can't go very far with this bag of sticks. And so the need is that this concern, not just with the expectations of others, which you're aware of don't belong to you, but the way it impacts others' perception of you is weighing you down. So there's something in there around your aspirations, the things that you truly want that will make you a citizen of the world, something you are longing to be. In the past, the 5 of Swords, the Emperor card, and the 2 of Swords. And this concern, this hyper awareness of how others perceive you and what they expect from you, what they have expected from you, and how they have treated you is often reflected in some kind of labeling that you received. A lot of times it's a label that was imposed upon you from childhood, but it extends far beyond that. This is showing that the way you have shown up in the world has encouraged people to see you in a certain role and a certain role only. In many ways, this is talking about showing up for others to the detriment of yourself. This is you buying into some level at the limitations others have placed on you and self-doubting your own potential to meet your greater aspirations, your greater goals, the things that you really want for yourself. You have instead played small so that you could support others to be that. And that's how you have been seen, and that is what you are fearful of disrupting. Perhaps it's true. Perhaps what others have said is true, and you're not really capable of that thing that you desire so deeply. You have always desired to be a citizen of the great big world, to have the world be truly your oyster. You don't quite have the confidence at times. You have not displayed the confidence that you could really do that, and instead have labored under this horrible experience of being thought to be being dismissed. The Two of Swords is really reflecting upon the honesty that is still required for you to face up to your true potential. And this is connected up with Pluto's transit in Capricorn, depending on where that falls in your chart. But don't forget that before this almost 20-year transit of Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto was in Sagittarius. So this is a double way that you may have experienced this powerful transformation, this powerful purging of all these old beliefs, of all the experiences that led to the beliefs that you were doomed to come to nothing, that it was all a big show, that there was nothing underneath this powerful, energetic, positive facade that you have cultivated. And I'm not saying, Sag, that you aren't really those things, but you have been those things at times as a mask to your real power because it threatens others. And you didn't know how not to be threatening except to support others and to pour this phenomenal energy you have into supporting others. And it's taken a lot of honesty to see how something that is seen so well, is received so well by others, that others love you for, has not been to your benefit. And it may have even caused you to pull away from your circles, any familiar circles, professional circles, because of your facing the fact that you have not been able to manifest the support for your own goals that you have been able to for others. And underneath all of that is indeed this, as I said, this double whammy of Pluto. For some of you, particularly if you have Sagittarius rising, heaven forbid if you have a sun in Capricorn as well, then you have been through this Plutonian purging for close to 30 or 40 years. So this is really what this transit of Pluto is unlocking for you, your own power, your own resources. Remember, Pluto was the patriarch of the underground, where all the gems of the earth are stored, all the ores, the minerals, the wealth of the earth is underground. And that's what you have been called upon to open up to. In the present, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you're really, really, really being called upon now and maybe experiencing this tremendous desire to care and nurture and heal and honor your feelings and emotions. This may be just a desire for peace, for quiet, for not just the superficial accoutrements of self-care. This is not about the bubble baths and the toenail painting or the massages you can get, but they are a part of it because your whole body is crying out for healing, for patching up, for detoxing. And it's interesting that this is being supported by your quest for new inspiration. Facing this has been a tremendous, exhausting journey. And now I'm understanding more about this card. You've had to drop so many of your routines and habits that were designed and continue to be designed to help others. Cooking meals, doing laundry, correcting papers, reading over speeches, whatever it is you do for others. And this is deeply into your personal life as well. Your family, whether you are single, whether you have a family, we all have an extended family of friends, chosen family, people that call on you, rely on you to be there for counsel, for support. You're really pulling back on that. You're really seeing how you are sucking up that energy for yourself at this time. But this is all to the service of helping you discover what's left. What can I build on? What is going to inspire me to move forward? And voila, the wheel of fortune is indeed saying, you've made some tremendous changes, and heaven knows that with Pluto making an appearance in your life in an intimate way, you are cleansed, you are purged, you've been forced to see the world in a different way, not the way that others have seen you. You've been forced to change that perception, no longer support the idea that you are waiting to play the role of nursemaid or assistant to someone else's glow up. You're not there for that. And as a result of that, for understanding, reprioritizing yourself, seeing the way that you don't just drop the perceptions of others, but you stop caring, you realize that you belong in the world just the way that you are. And building upon that authenticity, not the nursemaid, not the assistant, not the stage second, what they call the person who is the waits behind the stage if the main character gets sick. You're not that anymore. And the world is saying, okay, now you're ready. We're throwing you all the opportunities that you now recognize exist around you. And these are opportunities, Sagittarius, you can actually build on. And for you creatives, it is this journey that you are creating about. This is the story you're telling. This is key to the story you're telling, I should say. This idea that you have masked your power and potential behind that of a cheerleader. In the future, the Death card, the Chariot card, and the Eight of Swords. Ooh. This is huge. So out of this, there is a long growth curve that is taking you through this transition. And part of that is the sheer letting go of that, the sheer loss of the old relationships, the old perceptions in those relationships that carried them. The way in which you now are recognizing experiences, professional and personal, as being about this fear of looking at yourself, fear of addressing what you need, what you desire, because of the fear of how grand it is in some cases, how much potential, how much power you wield. And in part that has been mitigated by your ability to stand out, to stand up, has often netted you this sense of threat from others, this sense of glorious comfort in the world of the public, the world of fame, the sense that it's second nature, that you're not shy to speak to crowds or to others or to sell something that you believe in. The ease with which that comes to you has encouraged your stepping back from the fear that you see arises or emerges from others. And you're releasing that. You have nothing left to lose. You have denied yourself this opportunity for growth for so long that you are now aware that that is dead, that is dying. In fact, in this particular card, you're picking on the carrion, crows are picking on your carcass, right? You're really digesting. And that also takes me to the sacred place of the crow, to the blackbird, of somebody who doesn't, or an animal that does not kill, but that benefits from death. These are scavengers in some cases, right? The vulture, the carrion, they live off the carcasses of those that are dead. However, they're not carcasses they killed. They're not animals they demolished. So you are in many ways benefiting from the process of digestion, really chewing up all these old experiences to understand how they must be released, and how instead they are providing you with the personal liberation you require. This is you not being afraid to be who you are anymore, not trying to fit in, recognizing that you're, as others may see it, your oddity, your eccentricity, certainly your uniqueness, are positive attributes. They are part of the whole you. They don't mask your power, they display it. Your originality is something that is liberating to you, to wear that as an outer experience rather than as one to hide or cover up by helping others. And so this is really about your personal liberation. You're moving out as an independent individual. There are so many strategies and opportunities, so much information that you're learning at this time, so much that you have gotten. And I'm saying from Pluto because it's really feeling to me like you are undergoing now and have been undergoing for a long time, this Plutonian journey. This is feeling like decades for some of you. For others of you, this is something that has been occurring through the pandemic, probably started a little bit before, so that you are really, you have so many new ideas. You have been become aware of how your beliefs have locked you into a place that you now can easily escape from. This is not a prison. These are ideas. These are not real things. But they're ideas now that you can utilize to pursue your truth, to express your truth, to be clear, to have conversations, to enter into dialogue, to strategize, moving forward multiple ways that you can move into multiple directions. And so this analysis that is natural to you as a result of this Plutonian process is really there to serve you, not to hinder you. The Queen of Cups in your present is clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Empress card. So the Empress and the Emperor are showing up, and this is very clearly to me about this crossroads I feel that you are in the midst of, and you have been in the midst of for a while. It's not over, but you are deeply honoring your past by chewing through, by digesting the experiences, by understanding deeply your role in supporting ways that others saw you that were not authentic to you, that actually displayed your fear of your own power. Power, I might add, others could easily see, that you continue to mask, that you have continued to hold back, to pull back on. And this sense of moving forward, choosing this new path that puts you squarely in your power. And that is the power to generate new ideas, new abundance, new growth, new opportunities. You're manifesting what you need by simply appreciating what you have. I'm going to pull an oracle card specifically for the Queen of Cups and see how you can build on your self-care. And a couple flipped out, but I'll take the one on top. And it is the Heliconia. And the key word is realization. The answer is here, take heed. And I'm really going to point out that the Empress is the mother of the Queen of Cups. So as you are negotiating your own self-care process, ritual routines, attitude, taking all the space that you need, you're craving right now, to honor that this is a part of your gratitude. This is part of honoring the many skills and talents you have, your rightful place in the world. And finally, I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey Oracle card and remind you that you can like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I've pulled Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I also want to remind you that I'm building an extended reading from these cards, some of these cards, certainly the Oracle cards, and you can join me at the link in the description box below. Until next time, Namaste.